I'm Jenna O'Sullivan. I am the Senior Vice President of Communications for the National Waste and Recycling Association. And we're here at CES to launch a national PSA campaign featuring our friend Woodsy Owl. So we worked with the Forest Service to license Woodsy Owl so that we could have a great spokesperson, or spokesowl for that matter, to promote battery recovery and disposal in the US. So across North America, we're having a challenge, and the challenge is fires. And so basically, consumers just don't know what to do with their batteries, so they're throwing them into their waste and recycling bins. So Woodsy Owl, while he's still saying, give a hoot, don't pollute, he's also saying, skip the bin, turn your batteries in. So where do you turn them in? We have this great website. It's called batterysafetynow.org. And if you go in anywhere in the US, you can put your zip code in and you will find all the places, anywhere from an e-bike battery all the way to a tiny button, and you can return those safely and they will be processed and recycled for you. So right now we're only in the US, but we are working on getting some locations and working with our partners in Canada, because we know this is not just a US problem, this is a worldwide problem. So we work with a partner called Call to Recycle. They are the facilitator. They work with processors. So they have the bins that are sitting at your Lowe's, your Home Depots, your Staples, your Best Buys. And they are actually the ones who collect them and get them to the processors. And they're actually rebranding next week, so watch for more. We will promote that because we want to make sure people know. Call to Recycle, not many people are calling anymore, so it's all online. We want to make sure they're rebranding to fit that. So if you go to calltorecycle.org, you can actually see they have a lot of end-of-life information on there. The one thing to understand is, like, lithium-ion batteries are highly recyclable. In other words, they're usually bigger, and they usually have more in them to recycle. But even the metal around your alkaline batteries can be recycled and reused. So there is a bit of this that isn't recoverable, but a large percentage is. So I think that's the important part. If you start paying attention to the news cycle, you will see planes that have to land, emergency landings because of lithium-ion batteries. You'll see houses that burn. And a lot of people have seen, like, the dogs chewing on the remote controls, setting their owner's house on fire. There's been multiple occasions of that happening because dogs chew on things. Those little tiny wafer batteries are a huge problem. Everybody loves their garbage and recycling hauler. And so keeping them safe by not putting it in and causing truck fires, keeping our recycling centers functioning, because every time there's a fire there, they have to shut down, which diverts your recyclables from getting processed correctly to going into the landfill. We want to stop that as well. So the more you can do, the better. The biggest thing is taping the ends with just Scotch tape. Clear tape, because those conducting ends, so even though a battery is dead and you think that it's done, it's not. You really need to tape those ends because they can still spark and cause a fire. Now, if you've got a damaged or bloated battery, the worst thing you can do is honestly have it sitting in a drawer. You really need to go to the website. There's some wording right under it, and you'll see, is your battery damaged or bloated? And it'll give you instructions on what you need to do with it. Based on what we take back and how many are sold, there are literally millions and millions sold a year, and what we're getting back in is not nearly, tiny percentage. Our goal is to really up that percentage and get people the information they need. Even at CES, which has some of the most prolific battery users, which is why we chose this platform to launch, even at CES, the number of people who have said, I have all these batteries, I have no idea what to do with them, and we give them the website and they're so relieved. The number of people who don't know is crazy, so the more people who know about batterysafetynow.org, the better off we all are.